Hey y'all, what's up? It's Nicole, aka Duchess Braids, and I'm bringing to you guys today a new series called Do It Yourself. I'm bringing this series to you guys because I really feel like a lot of us out there that watches my channel doesn't necessarily know how to do their own hair, and they do watch for inspiration, but I'm never actually doing it on myself. I'm always doing it on like a client. So I kind of want to reel that audience in that wants to learn how to do it on themselves. I'm going to be drawing inspiration from one of my favorite series, which is All American Homecoming. I really like this series because I think they're a great representation of Black hair, and they make sure to put in a lot of variation of how Black women wear their hair. They're not biased to one or the other. If you like wigs, or if you like braids, if you're a natural hair girly, if you're a perm hair girly, like they show all variations, and I really enjoy watching that show. So we're gonna be pulling styles from that show. So let's kick off from season 1, episode 1. It's a very simple style. She just has one braid going down the middle, and then she has two bigger braids coming back. To analyze the style, I'm assuming that they either did a sew-in or they're using clip-ins. What I don't like about the style is kind of how like you have the braids and then you kind of have the hair coming across, puffing out like that. I don't think it looks natural. So we're gonna use like the style, but we're gonna make it look a little bit more natural and authentic. So I'm gonna braid it, and then we want the hair to naturally look like it's coming out of our scalp. And to do that, I do have some clip-ins because my natural hair is not that long, it's not that curly, and I don't think in her hair is either. I definitely know that she's using some type of extensions. So I do have some clip-ins that is my hair texture that would look good with my hair being curly, and it will blend in. So I'm gonna get that for you guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the hair, and right now it looks like a rat's nest. So I have to do something to this. I have to define this, wash it, and make it look good. This hair is not the easiest to work with. I think I got it from either Better Lens Hair or Curls Queen. I don't know which one, but I do work with both of those brands, and I do love the hair from them. But this type of hair texture does get knotted up easily, just like our natural hair does. So yeah, it's a little knotted up and looking crazy right now. So I'm gonna have to wash it. I'm gonna have to detangle it so that when I do style it, that it gives the look that I want it to give. So I'm gonna do that off camera, and then when I get back, I'm gonna just go ahead and jump into the braiding. That was a lot of work, but later on in the video, I'm gonna show you guys how I was able to define this, and the best way to not only define your clip-ins, but also your natural hair, the best steps to take so that you get the longer lasting, most defined curls that you can get. All right, so I'm gonna put this back over here to dry. And let's get into it. So the first thing I want to do is part a middle part. She has a center braid, but instead of just going in and trying to like just part out the center braid, I'm always gonna do my best work when I already have a middle part in my head. So what you wanna do is you need a rat tail comb, and you kind of wanna line it up. Make sure that it's straight, and you wanna line it up with the tip of your nose, right between your eyebrows and right there. So I see how I just kind of laid it at the tip of my nose, between my eyebrows, right here, and then I'm gonna go straight. And that is how you find the center of your head, and go from there. Of course, it's easy for me because I've been doing this for years, but that's just how you find the center of your head. This part is not completely like straight, so I'm gonna straighten it up. So just a little shameless plug. You can get these combs on my website at duchessbraids.com. They have the great points, like Yes, you can get them on Amazon and stuff like that, but the points are not going to be this pointy. And this is what helps with my precision parting. So you can find it on my website at duchessbraids.com. All right, so I have a half of a center part. I don't necessarily need to go all the way back because like I said, half the hair is curly and half is braided. So now I'm gonna kind of go from ear to ear. So I'm gonna start with going from behind my ear and just going up. All right, and I don't expect you guys to get the part straight right away. I've just been doing this for a long time, so I kind of just, it's almost like I just know how a part is supposed to feel. Like I can run my hand along, not that it's always gonna be straight, but I can kind of run my hands along a part and kind of tell if it's straight or not. So I'm gonna go from here and go to the other side behind the ear. Is this even? Is this equal? No, I don't think so. So I'm gonna go back again from right here. Okay, so I do believe that this is giving what I want it to give. This might be a little bit thicker than this side. Let me see. Yeah, it's a little bit back further. So I'm gonna try to take some off again. All right. So I think I got it down. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the back part out the way. And yes, you guys, I know my hair needs a trim. Like I said, I'm gonna get my hair done for my birthday, which is coming up in less than 2 weeks. So it's gonna get trimmed, it's gonna get styled, it's gonna be good. Okay guys, so we have the middle part, but I kind of need to clean it up a little bit. So I'm gonna go in and just finish it off. Like that. All right, I do have some flakes too, guys. I do have dry scalp and it's the winter time, so don't mind that. All right, so she has like a block braid down the center. I just don't think it looks that great, honestly. So I would always like to come from a point when I'm doing that. So what I'm gonna do is instead of doing like a straight, like this braid, I'm gonna come from a point because I really do just feel like that looks better. So this, you guys, is 1/2 of the braid. That is 1/2 of the braid from a point, and let's go in and clean this part up. So I'm gonna be using this jam from Magic Finger Shine and Jam. This is a great jam. This is one of the jams that I use in my arsenal. If you guys don't already know, I've shot it out a few times, but I do use about 3 or 4 different types of gel, just depending on the day, depending on what I grab first. But this one is a really good one. You can find this at, basically you can find it in Walmart, Target. You can find it in your hair stores. It's all over. And yeah, I'm just proud of her. You know, she teamed up with that brand and she has her own edge control and it works good. That's a good thing too, that it's not just like, You know, it's pretty good when it comes to for braiding. So what I'm doing is I'm just lining the part up with the jam because we're gonna go in and kind of make sure the part is straight. So I coat the scalp, basically the part with the jam, and I'm gonna go in and just straighten it up. And if you're doing this yourself, and you're not a good parter, like honestly, as long as you get the part straight enough, like you'll be fine. I don't even think on Simone's head, like they really went into like detail about stuff like parts and stuff. They just kind of put, you know, the stylist just did what they had to do. And I can barely see right now, so I don't even know why I'm even trying to clean this up, because honestly, it's really difficult to do on myself. I'm better off using this, honestly. I think that's the best I'm gonna be able to do, because it's just so hard to clean parts up on myself. I do see this little thing right here. Let me see if I can get that. Please, Lord, work in my favor. All right, let's see what that did. Oh my gosh, y'all know I'm anal about my parts. Am I making it worse? Let me know if I am making it worse. I'm just really anal about parts, and I can barely see right now on myself. We're gonna leave that alone because I feel like it's okay. I don't need to be any more anal about it. So we're gonna leave that alone. So now I have to part the other side of the triangle. So it's gonna be a really extended long triangle. So I'm starting from the center because I want it to come to a point, but then I'm gonna just veer off a little bit as I get back to the back. Now I just kind of need I'm gonna pull it forward just so I can have a good look at it. Okay, so it kind of looks how I want it to look. Maybe a little bit thicker at the back, but it definitely looks how I want it to look. So I'm just gonna clean this up if I can, because y'all saw how I struggled with the other side. Let's try cleaning it up with the point first. Oh, crap. All right, let's go from the back in. I think this is gonna be the best, y'all. Oh, crap. Whatever is right here is bugging the heck out of me. Should I just leave it alone? Oh, crap. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone, y'all, because I feel like I'm making a bigger mess. So don't be too hard on yourself with your parts. Get it as straight as you can possibly get it, and just move on. As long as you know that the parting looks proportional and stuff, like it does not have to be perfect. And I don't even think in Simone's stylist, in the inspiration that I'm drawing from, if they are even that particular about the styling, because when you really dive deep on the hairstyle, it's not done to perfection and it still looks great. So it's definitely something you can accomplish yourself. Just don't be too hard on yourself about the parts. I'm hard on myself because I'm a parter. I'm a braider. So of course, every step of this way, I'm gonna be hard on myself because I want it to look good, not only for me, but for you guys as well. So I have it parted out. Now I'm gonna braid it. So one of the things that I see you guys do when you're braiding is you like to kind of like just grab hair and go, and you start braiding, and then next thing you know, your braids has started all the way back here, and it just looks loose and not put together. So a way to tighten your braid is to really start really small in the front. So from the front, I'm gonna grab up the smallest 3 legs that I can. And this is for my people that already know how to braid. This is not a beginner class. This is kind of like you already know how to braid. All right, or have some knowings of how braiding works, right? So you see how small my 3 legs are? So that's how small I'm gonna start out. And when I'm pulling hair, I'm pulling the smallest amount possible into my braid because I really just want it to stay small and follow that line. It is really hard to braid with nails, but I just got to do it. So I'm just pulling and braiding. You see it's loosening up. This is because earlier I started this whole thing before and then my camera had cut off. So I kind of have to show you guys again. So it does look a little loose, but I'm just picking up a little bit of hair as I go. And I'm pulling, not too tight to where, you know, I'm going to pull my hair out, but I'm pulling down so that the braid looks tight and it looks professionally done. All right, you don't want it to be too loose. You see how many turns I'm doing? Sometimes you guys just do like 5 turns and you're done with your braid. Like I have to keep weaving because I'm just pulling a little bit into my braid as I go. All right, so now I'm just gonna plait it all the way out. And I'm gonna get some jam on my hands because if I don't, this hair is gonna come right out. And I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with this yet, but I might end up adding some hair to this just so that it blends in well with the back of my head. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to the bigger braids in the front. And from what I've realized, it's almost like they did 2 braids going straight back and then just clipped the hair on, or either they sewed it on, or maybe it's a half wig. I don't know how they did it, but it just looks like the braids disappear into the hair. I don't really wanna do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my braid down all the way kind of along my hairline and bring it all the way down to this point. So maybe when I braid it in, I can kind of tuck it into the hair. So instead of like putting the clip-ins on top, I'm just gonna braid it down along the hairline, and I'm going to have the ends out, and maybe I'll tuck it into the hair. Maybe I'll find something cute to do. So even if I have my clip-ins in and I want to pull it back into a ponytail, the braids will be on top and not disappeared under the weave. Because I just feel like when the braids disappear under the weave, you can just immediately tell that it's not your real hair. And so we want it to look as natural as possible. So this is the best way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how I mold my hair so that I align it with the direction of where I want my braid to go. So first and foremost, like I said, I want my braid to go along my hairline and back. So I'm gonna make a part in that direction. All right, so I have a part in that direction. My braid is gonna go from here all the way down here. That's where I want my braid to go. So I have this part, I'm gonna clip this off, right? And now I'm gonna start molding, guys. So I'm gonna part from here. And then I'm gonna start molding this way. So this is the same shine and jam that I'm using. One thing I do love about the show, like I said earlier, is the representation of black hair. I really feel like the whoever is the creative person behind the show really tries to make it as realistic as possible when it comes to our hair. So you do see a lot of variation. You see a bust down, you see curly hair, wigs, like straight hair, you know what I mean? You see every variation on the actors. But Simone herself, she wears different styles all the time, and it ranges from goddess braids to sleek ponytails to a wig to straight hair. Like, it just varies, and I just really admire that. And that's why I picked that show to do. So I've molded it down now. You guys see I molded in layers. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's fine. So now I'm gonna go through with the comb, and I'm making sure the comb, the teeth of the comb is really like going into my scalp and combing through, because I'm trying to mold. So I'm combing through all the way so that it could be slick. You see how slick that is, y'all? That is how slick you want it to be. And that's why I love using that jam, because it's really good at doing that. So now that I've molded it this way, I kind of want to mold it going upwards, right? So this is where I'm going to take this right here, and I'm just going to mold it. And I don't need much for this. So I'm just going to mold it this way, because since it's close to my hairline anyways, I don't really need to part it or do anything, but I'm going to mold it going upwards. All right, so now I'm gonna take my comb and do the same thing. Kind of put my swoops in there because I do want some natural swoopy baby hair stuff. Not too much because we're grown, but this is how I want to do it. So now that I'm kind of molded, y'all, look, right? I'm molded. So this now tells my braid where we want it to go. It's gonna go exactly where we want it to go. You cannot go into this blindly, and I'm gonna do it for the other side. So you kind of have to remember where you put this braid so that when you do it on the other side, that it's equal, because you could easily make your part going this way or off, and the whole thing would just look unequal. So we're all about symmetry over here, so we really want it to be symmetrical. So remember what you did on this side so that when you go on this side, you got it. All right. So now we're going to go in and just start braiding. And like I said, I start from a point. So I'm going to start as small as I can at the front. Grab my 3 legs and just start braiding. And for this style, I'm not trying to put any lines or anything. If I do get natural lines or natural stitches, that's cool. But I'm honestly not trying to put it there. All right, so you see how that braid is going exactly where I want to put it. That's what you guys want. So that's why I molded it like that, and that's why using the gel and how much I use is important, because it really helps in molding it. Now, if you don't want to use that much gel, that's fine. You could just put a layer on top and a layer under the bottom and just press it in as much as you can to get the same results. You can, I mean, it might not be as sleek as this, but you know, you can get close to it with not using as much. So I'm gonna put some more jam on the ends because all right, so we got our braid, and again, I do want to do something with this. Maybe I'll add, like, cut off some pieces off my curly clip-ins and add into this just so that it maybe looks, it blends in better. We'll see. I'm gonna leave it like it is for now, and again, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. All right, so if you guys can remember, I remember, you cannot necessarily follow, you can follow this if you want, but I'm just gonna go in and go back. Okay, let's see. I think this is what I did. See, y'all, I think this may have been a little bit lower to my face. It's very easy to mess this up. So if you guys want to do both at the same time and mold them both, the thing about it is if you let the jam stay too long and settle too long, it kind of gets a little greasy. So as soon as you put it on there, you do want to go ahead and braid it right away so that it doesn't get loose and greasy. So that's why I didn't like part this one and mold this one and mold the other one and then braid, because then one of them would be sitting and it just doesn't give the same effect. So I have this, I believe it's the same. I hope it's the same. And the line does not have to be straight, but you know me. All right, so now I'm gonna part this out and mold towards the front. The great part about these styles is that they can be quick. Like this, if I wasn't sitting here just talking to you guys, I would have knocked this out within like 30 minutes or so. So it gets really quick, guys. And then the next style is almost like a ponytail. I kind of wanted to stick to braids, but I do feel like a lot of us are lost even with ponytails. So one of the things I did want to talk about is the clip-ins. So I do feel like it's very important to have some clip-ins in your arsenal, especially if you're a natural girl, that even if you're not natural and you wear straight hair, I do feel like you need clip-ins that matches your own texture in your arsenal, because sometimes it literally saves you. Like, especially you guys see how short my hair is. It's hard to do a style and feel completely confident in it without some type of added extension. Sometimes I'm going somewhere and my hair is just not done, and having clip-ins that matches my texture is just perfect, because I could just slick my hair back in a ponytail, add the clip-ins to the end, and go, which is going to be the next style I'm going to be showing you guys. But it's just a go-to thing. So I do feel like if you're a natural girly or whoever, just having some clip-ins, if you have short hair, if you don't have naturally long, luscious, voluminous hair, I do feel like having clip-ins a part of your arsenal is just very important. So I will tag, I'm not sponsored in this video, but I will tag where I got this clip-in from. I did mention that I either got it from Better Lengths Hair or Curls Queen. I'm not sure which one, but I will look that up and I will tag the right person. I don't want you guys buying, if you decide to buy from the wrong person. All right, so now I'm molding upwards. I'm giving myself room for a little swoopty swoop. All right, y'all. So now I'm just gonna go in and braid this out. So it's not looking perfect, but hey, like, you know what I'm saying? You're doing it yourself. So let's be realistic here. You might not get it perfect. So another thing, not to put too much pressure on yourself. You're not a professional. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you get it close enough, which I just feel like this is close enough, and the style is not completed yet, we're gonna be all right. One thing about me, I'm not gonna lie, whenever I'm braiding my own hair, I can't keep braiding a certain way. I have to twist it, and the hair always gets messed up and twisted because I kind of have to twist it towards me so that I could finish it out faster and better. But somehow the braid always gets a little bit crooked, and if that happens to me, I'm sure it probably happens to other people. So, I mean, my solution would be if I would just keep going this way, I would be okay. But I just feel more comfortable braiding forward like this. So I kind of always mess the braid up at the end when I switch around my technique. All right, so this is how it looks, guys. So now we're gonna go in with our clip-ins. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this piece yet. It definitely cannot disappear in the hair because that is just a dead giveaway. But maybe I could put the hair in and then tuck it in between so that it kind of looks like it go. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So my hair is straight at the back, but it is like almost the same texture as the clip-in. So now I have to kind of wet my hair and prep it to clip the hair in. Normally, I would recommend braiding your hair down and doing the clip-ins on top. That is a better style, but because we're going for that natural look, I do want you to have, if you have the clip-ins that match your own natural textured hair, to just kind of clip them in between the hair. Let's just see how that works. So the first thing I'm going to do is wet my hair. I really don't want to wet this because I'm filming another video after this and I didn't want to get it wet, but I also don't want to take it off. So I'm going to get my hair wet so that it starts to get curly, and it's probably going to take a while to get curly. And I have a good amount of different textures in my hair. Like I do have some heat damage in there. I have 4A, B, 3C. I don't know. It's a whole lot of stuff going on. Ooh, the water is dripping down my back, y'all. Hold on, no. Let's hurry up and get this wet. All right. Whew. So I told you guys I was going to show you how to define your curls, or how I define the curls of the clip-in. So the first thing you want to do is clearly wash the hair or wash the clip-in. So this is kind of like me washing it. My hair is washed, so I'm just wetting it back up to get it wet. And you can try to use some type of leave-in, but some products don't work well with others. So I do recommend using the mousse first. So I got my hair wet. Maybe it's not wet enough. I really hate the water dripping down my back right now. So I got my hair wet. And the first thing you want to do, even with your clip-ins, is mousse first. So I washed it, I put some conditioner on it, I washed the conditioner out, and then I put some mousse on it. So a little goes a long way when it comes to mousse, guys. It really knows how to spread all out and get in your hair, and you really don't want your hair to be too moussey, because it kind of stays wet for a long time. So I can already see the back of my hair defining itself. So I should probably do my hair in sections when it comes to this. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna part the back in sections and just define it that way. All right, so you guys see I've already defined the hair, right? So now you want to go in with either a gel or a curling custard. I'm going to use this Miel's curling custard instead of a gel, because if you don't like using gel can dry your hair out, but a curling custard is made up of so many different ingredients that it's supposed to be healthy for your hair. So it's going to help keep your hair defined without drying it out. Water, mousse, curling custard, and then oils. All right, so this is looking good. So the curling custard I use is another Miel's pomegranate, and not only does this work, the mousse I use is from Miel, and not only does it do the job, but it also smells amazing. I love how this smells. It just makes my hair smell so good. So that with the curling custard, Coil Sculpin Custard, Miel. This is their pomegranate and honey. That's what I'm using. I'm going to use the custard. Okay, so this is how my natural hair looks defined. Is it cute? Yes. Could it be cuter? Absolutely. So for everyone that would say, just leave it how it is and figure it out. Yes, this is cute, but definitely with some extensions, it will take it up a notch. So we're gonna put the clip-ins in, and I've defined it all. So now I just have to go in layer by layer and put the clip-ins in, and it's gonna look much better. So I'm gonna go get the clip-ins. I definitely feel like I'm missing a few of these clip-ins because normally it comes with like 4 of 2 prongs, 2 3 prongs, 2 4 prongs, and 2 5 prongs, or 1 5 prong. But I'm missing a lot, but we're gonna find a way to squeeze these in anyways. So I'm gonna take the ones with just 2 prongs and I'm gonna put them all the way at the back. The good thing about these are they're already defined. I don't have to touch them. They are still a little bit wet, which I don't like, but only because I don't want to ruin this, but we're just gonna throw it in there. So I'm gonna part from the back. And I'm just gonna make a mess, like going up and down, get it in there and clip it down. All right, so that is the first piece in. I'm gonna go in again. And I'm just pulling it out with my hands. So this is a prong with just 2. So I'm gonna go all the way over to the left or right side. Click that in. And these I've had for a while, so these right here, I might just give you guys a link to a better clip-in than these because they have innovated, they have a better innovation of clip-ins, and these are kind of the old-fashioned ones. They have ones that look a little bit better, and these don't come off as easily. So I'm gonna link both. So this is the one with 4 prongs. So as I am like halfway through, I want to go from side to side. This did come a little bit too far over, but I'm gonna take this out. And look how much better that's looking, guys. So I'm gonna go across one more time with a 4 prong. I'll see if that works, but hold on. The 4 is a little bit too extended. That's why I'm tripping out, because it goes too far from side to side and I really don't want it to show. But also, if I put the one with 3, my short hair is just going to be sticking out more. So I'm just going to go in with the 4. And if it overextends a little bit, that's fine. Now the 3, then the 2. So right now I'm just taking out a little layer of hair that I want to use to cover the entire thing. So it's not too much of my hair, it's just enough. So this is what I'm gonna use to cover it. So what I'm gonna do is, in this little hump right here, I'm gonna put the 2 right in the center. And then I'm gonna put the 3 going like this, so that when I pull this back, it falls on the 3. And you don't have to do this like me, guys. Do whatever fits your hair. Like, you literally don't have to. If the prongs, just make the prongs work for you. Make them work. All right, so now that I have my own natural hair out on top, we gotta find a way to kind of mix this in with each other. So I'm gonna spray it some, I'm gonna put some mousse on top and see if I could kind of get them to like blend in with each other. Okay, so that looks good so far. So I'm gonna keep doing that to each side. So as you guys can see, I put some mousse in it. I combed it into with each other, and then I put some custard on top to kind of get it to blend and look like one. So I'm gonna do it for this hair as well, because you don't really want your natural hair to just sticking up like that. So you see how the hair doesn't necessarily disappear under the weave like hers, but I can either pull these back behind my ear down here, put a rubber band on the tails, and have them like this under the hair. So, you know, they're hidden. So that looks good too to me, rather than like braiding it all the way back. And you see how this just looks natural? Looks like my natural hair on top. Everything looks natural. So that's kind of the look I'm going for. I'm going to clip these behind on the at the back. This kind of curled up on its own, so I'm just kind of gonna leave this doing its thing back there. Not gonna mess with it too much. So this is how the style looks. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some baby hairs in there, you know, slick the edges down some. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I did revamp it to look more trendy, look more aesthetically pleasing, I guess, when it comes to braids. So I did do a smaller braid in the front, coming from a triangle instead of coming like a block braid. And then I did these two angled down towards my ear. I ended up putting them under the hair. Instead of doing like a wig or a weave going across the braids, I did put some clip-ins in. Like I said, every natural girly needs, let me say this again, any girl that doesn't have already full, long, luxurious hair, I do feel like if you like that look, you should have clip-ins in your arsenal. And this is not just Black women, you know, this is white people too. If your hair is thin or whatever, have some clip-ins. They will save the day. Every time that I'm in a rush and my hair is not done and I have to go somewhere, i.e. a birthday party, brunch, whatever, these clip-ins that match my natural texture always save me. So get you some clip-ins. This is not a sponsored video. This is just my honest review of being saved so many times by having these clip-ins in my arsenal. So look how natural they look. Look how I just put them in. They look super full. I did not use all of them. And as I said, I am missing a few. I know they put like 10 pieces in the bundle. And I know exactly how those 10 pieces work. So I'm most definitely missing at least 3 more clip-ins. And right now I only have that one piece left over there. But I am missing 3. And look how full this is already. So imagine me putting that in and then putting the other 3 in. And the other 3 is not small. They're like the bigger ones. So this is how it looks, guys. I will link everything that I used. One, if you're on YouTube, I will link it in the YouTube shop now. If you guys don't see it, it's going to be on your left hand side of the video. It's going to say view shop. You might see a little product there. Whichever product I put up top is gonna be there. So you click on that and you can shop directly from that. So that is a feature. Next feature is I can put it in the description. I will also try to do that. Lately, since they came up with the YouTube thing, I haven't been utilizing the description to put links in, but I will also do that for you guys. As well as if you are on Facebook, I will be linking it in the comments. some reason, whenever I put links in my description or wherever, y'all either don't find it, or Facebook does something with my video where it doesn't even reach where it needs to reach. So I always end up putting it in a comment section. However, I'm not able to pin the comment to the top. So you kind of, once it's been a few weeks or so and there's a lot of comments, you kind of got to search for the comment to find the links to the things that I am using. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, this is a series that I want to do. I want to keep doing. And the only thing that will hold me back is for specific things that I'm doing to my actual hair. So my birthday's coming up. I'm getting some tape-ins in for my birthday. I'm having a professional do them. I'm not going to pay as much as I'm about to pay for these tape-ins and take them out to do videos. So I'm going to keep them in for at least for about 4 weeks. And then I will resume with doing these types of videos. Again, I'm pulling from the show All American Homecoming with Simone as the leading actress, or that's not her name in real life, but that's her name on the show is Simone. I love the variation of black hairstyles that they portray. I think it's very easy to accomplish. And this is the do-it-yourself series from me doing it on myself for my girlies that don't want to, some of the styles that I do on other people, it will be difficult as hell to do on myself. So I'm picking styles that I know would be easy for me and for y'all to accomplish on yourself. So that is what this series is about. I know we all get stuck. We all don't know what to do with our hair. And so I hope this series can kind of help you guys. And shout out to the show. If you guys want to go watch it, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, this is how the style turned out. This is the back. Clip-ins look pretty natural. Of course, you're going to see some of my natural hair every now and then, but for the most part, like, it really does a great job blending in. If you guys can tell, it does an awesome, this is my little short hair back here. And you know, that's why I don't wear my natural hair in this style, because you see it's already shrunk up to nothing. And yeah, when I come back, this is also going to be shrunken up. So it looks really long right now, but it's probably going to lose a good 2-3 inches. So again, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you're excited about this series. I need y'all to do 3 things. I almost forgot. So the 3 things that I need y'all to do. If you've made it through this entire video, you watched it through and through, I want you to do me a favor and like this video. That's 1. So if you sat here and really watched it, you liked it. So go ahead and like the video. The second thing I want you to do, or if you can do, is comment to me if I was helpful in any way. Did I give you any tips or tricks in this video that you can take away from it? Did you have an aha moment like, oh, water, mousse, water, mousse, gel, then oil? Like, even those little tips I'm throwing in, a lot of people don't know that, because I just learned that just the other day from watching a video. So that is a tip that I'm giving to you guys as well. So if I gave you any type of tips that you can take away from the video, comment that below. Comment what it was so it can also help other people. And then last but not least, hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time I post videos like these or any of my other videos that I post on my channel. So thank you so much again. I hope you like the style. I hope I was able to give you something new to wear. I love this style. Like, I'm having a party today at my house for my sister's kids, and this style is just gorgeous. I'm definitely keeping it in. I'm doing another video after this, so if you see the same clothes, don't say nothing. just know where it's coming from. So yeah, I'm done rambling. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So by the way, guys, this is like day 2 of the hair. I've been getting plenty of compliments on it. So I guess the style's a hit. Okay. So I just wanted to throw this in there last minute so you guys can see, like, was the style a hit? Was it a flop? The style's a hit, y'all. I'm getting a lot of compliments on it. So try it.